TV soap news and spoilers say that in the sultry, scandal-soaked world of Beyond the Gates, where secrets simmer and alliances crumble like overbaked pastries, the drama surrounding Hayley's pregnancy has gripped viewers with a ferocity unmatched by even the most torrid soap opera arcs. The question on everyone's lips: did Hayley suffer a miscarriage, and if so, was Dany, the ever-unpredictable firebrand, the catalyst behind a tragic accident? Has sparked heated debates across fan forums and living rooms alike. As we delve into this tangled web of mistrust, betrayal, and impulsive decisions, the stakes couldn't be higher, and the fallout promises to be nothing short of catastrophic. The saga began with a revelation that sent shockwaves through the fictional town of Crestwood Hills. Hayley, the poised yet polarizing heiress to the Hamilton fortune, announced her pregnancy. With a triumphant gleam in her eye, she brandished a positive pregnancy test, her voice dripping with pride as she declared, "Boy or girl, it's Hamilton." The news should have been a moment of joy, a beacon of hope in the often dark narrative of Beyond the Gates. After all, a new life in the Hamilton dynasty could shift alliances, secure legacies, and perhaps even mend the fractured relationships that define the show's core. But not everyone was ready to pop the champagne. Dany, the tempestuous wildcard with a history of chaos and a penchant for self-destruction, wasn't buying it. To her, Hayley's pregnancy was nothing more than an elaborate ruse, a calculated move to tighten her grip on Bill, the charming yet conflicted patriarch who had long been the object of Dany's unrequited affections. Dany's skepticism wasn't just a passing doubt, it was a full-blown obsession, fueled by her deep-seated resentment and a lifetime of feeling sidelined. "I saw this Lifetime movie," she sneered during a heated confrontation at her doorstep, where Hayley had arrived, uninvited as always, to shove the truth in her face. "Would you buy one of those fake bellies?" The accusation was absurd, yet quintessentially Dany, impulsive, inflammatory, and utterly unyielding. Hayley, her patience fraying like a worn-out rope, refused Dany's audacious demand to take a pregnancy test on the spot. The standoff was electric, a clash of wills that left both women seething and the audience on edge. "I guess we've reached a pregnancy pause," Dany quipped, her voice laced with venom as she leaned against the doorframe, her eyes glinting with a dangerous mix of defiance and desperation. The question lingered in the air like smoke: what happens next? For those who followed Beyond the Gates through its labyrinth of plot twists, Dany's reaction was hardly surprising. Her history is a tapestry of reckless decisions and self-inflicted wounds, often washed down with a generous pour of bourbon. Viewers know all too well that Dany's relationship with alcohol is a volatile one, a crutch she leans on when life's cruelties become too much to bear. And Hayley's pregnancy? That was a cruelty of cosmic proportions in Dany's eyes. Bill, the man she'd loved in silence for years, was now tethered to Hayley not just by wealth and status, but by the promise of a child. A child that would cement Hayley's place in his life forever. As the news of Hayley's pregnancy spread, Dany's world began to unravel. She retreated to her dimly lit apartment, where the clink of ice against glass became her nightly symphony. Each sip fueled her paranoia, each glass stoked her rage. The thought of Hayley cradling a baby, Bill's baby, was a dagger to her heart, twisting deeper with every milestone Hayley reached. The first ultrasound, the announcement of the gender, the baby shower plans, each moment was a fresh wound, and Dany's mind churned with possibilities, each darker than the last. Could Dany, in a moment of drunken impulsivity, cross a line from which there was no return? Viewers who've watched her orchestrate chaos in the past, sabotaging business deals, spreading vicious rumors, even orchestrating a near-fatal car crash in Season 2, know she's capable of anything when pushed to the brink. The question isn't whether Dany could cause harm, but whether she would. And if she did, what would it mean for Hayley, for Bill, and for the fragile equilibrium of Crestwood Hills? The tension reached a boiling point in a now infamous scene at Crestwood Manor, the Hamilton family's sprawling estate, where secrets are as much a part of the decor as the chandeliers and mahogany. Hayley, glowing with the confidence of impending motherhood, was hosting a small gathering to celebrate her second trimester. The guest list was a who's who of Crestwood's elite, but Dany, true to form, wasn't invited. That didn't stop her. Fueled by a cocktail of jealousy and whiskey, she crashed the event, her arrival announced by the shattering of a champagne flute she accidentally knocked to the floor. The room fell silent as Dany locked eyes with Hayley, who stood protectively near Bill, her hand resting on her slightly rounded belly. "So, it's true, then?" Dany slurred, her voice cutting through the murmurs like a blade. "You're really carrying his kid, or is this just another one of your games?" The accusation hung heavy, and Hayley's face flushed with a mix of anger and humiliation. Bill stepped forward, his voice low but firm. "Dany, you need to leave." But Dany wasn't done. She never was. "You think you've won, don't you?" she spat, her words dripping with bitterness. "You think a baby's going to keep him? You're not fooling anyone with that bump, Hayley." "I'll prove it." The threat was vague but ominous, and as security escorted Dany out, her laughter echoed through the halls, a chilling promise of chaos to come. Days later, the unthinkable happened. Hayley, on her way to a prenatal appointment, was involved in a harrowing accident. Her car, a sleek Bentley she'd driven for years, careened off the road after a sudden swerve to avoid an oncoming vehicle. The details were murky. Witnesses reported a dark SUV speeding away from the scene, but no license plate was captured, no driver identified. Hayley was rushed to Crestwood General, where doctors fought to save both her and her unborn child. The news sent shockwaves through the town, and speculation ran rampant. Had Hayley suffered a miscarriage? The show's writers, masters of suspense, kept viewers in agonizing limbo, with hospital scenes filled with cryptic doctor-speak and tearful bedside vigils. Bill, racked with guilt and fear, refused to leave Hayley's side, while Dany, conspicuously absent, was spotted at a dive bar across town, drowning her sorrows in a haze of cigarette smoke and regret. Whispers of foul play began to circulate. Could Dany, in a fit of drunken rage, have orchestrated the accident? The timing was suspicious. Her public outburst at the manor, her history of reckless behavior, and now this mysterious SUV that seemed to vanish into thin air. Fans took to social media, dissecting every clue, from the tire marks on the road to the cryptic text Dany sent to an unknown number hours before the crash. "She'll get what's coming." Was it a coincidence, or a smoking gun? As Hayley recovered, the question of her pregnancy status remained unanswered, a deliberate cliffhanger that kept viewers glued to their screens. But the real drama lay in the fallout. Dany's actions, whether intentional or not, had fractured the fragile peace of Crestwood Hills. Bill, torn between loyalty to Hayley and a lingering sense of responsibility for Dany's downward spiral, found himself at a crossroads. Hayley, meanwhile, grappled with the trauma of the accident and the fear that her dream of motherhood might have been stolen. Dany, for her part, seemed to teeter on the edge of redemption and ruin. In a rare moment of vulnerability, she confided in a friend that she never meant for things to go so far. "I just wanted the truth," she whispered, her voice breaking. But in Beyond the Gates, the truth is a slippery thing, and Dany's quest for it may have cost more than she ever intended. As the season barrels toward its finale, the question remains: did Dany cause Hayley's accident, and if so, was it a deliberate act of sabotage or a tragic consequence of her impulsivity? The evidence is circumstantial, the motives murky, but one thing is clear: Beyond the Gates has once again proven why it's the gold standard of daytime drama. With every episode, the stakes climb higher, the betrayals cut deeper, and the characters we love to hate keep us coming back for more. Will Hayley's baby survive, or has Dany's jealousy claimed an innocent life? Will Dany face consequences, or will she slip through the cracks as she always does? And what of Bill, caught between two women whose feud threatens to consume everything he holds dear? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. TV soap news and spoilers for more updates on Beyond the Gates.